What's up, shit? Timus here. Now, since I'm doing my, top 10, favorite horror list from each year, it's time for the 2015 turn. So here are my official top 10 favorite horror movies of 2015. Because there was some, really good films that year. So here's my list. All right. Coming in at number 10 is, of course, the film Krampus. Now, of course, Krampus, was directed by Michael Daltrey, who gave us Trick or Treat fame. I really quite enjoyed Krampus. It was, of course, a holiday horror film, where, of course, this kid tears up like a Santa letter in frustration amid family holiday chaos. And he ends up summoning Krampus, the horn pageant, counter to Saint Nick, here, who punches the Nori here. And the movie, it's of course it is PG-13, which is still unfortunate, but I still thought it was pretty creepy. I always do love a good horror Christmas movie, and this one did it. I still really wish we got a sequel, but who knows? It also features the likes of Adam Scott, Toni Collette, David Koechner, uh, MJ Anthony was in this, Stephanie Owens, from the Carrie Dies fame, the one who plays Bertha from Two and a Half Men, she's also in this too. Got some really interesting cast members. Uh, it's really creepy at times, so I love the look of Krampus, and it's a really decent one there. All right, coming in at number 9 is the Green Inferno. Oh no, my bad. Coming in at number 9 is actually Bone Tomahawk. My bad. Bone Tomahawk is a Western film directed by S. Craig Zire, starring Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson, Richard Jenkins, Sid Haig. It takes place in 1890s Old West, where a stoic sheriff assembles a ragtag posse, including a deputy, a Denny gunslinger. To, of course, take that, to survive from these cannibal clans known as the Toga Diets. And you don't really see much Western horror movies nowadays. So seeing like a horror movie that's also a Western was pretty cool. I like the way these characters look here. Uh, I mean, Kurt Russell has a really messed up scene in this, which I'm not going into any details, but yeah, Bone Tomahawk is a really good one. Probably one of the better Western movies in the past 10 years, in my opinion. It's well worth watching. All right, now coming in at number 8 is The Green Inferno. The Green Inferno is another cannibal film that came out in 2014, where a group of college activists travels to the Amazon to protest this to protect the indigenous tribe, and of course their mission goes horribly wrong when they are captured by the cannibals they sought to save here. It is gruesome, boy. I'm talking about people getting torn up left to right. You got the kid from Spy Kids in this, you do got Lorenza Izzo, directed by Eli Roth. It gets really messed up, gruesome, gory. It's a really interesting one, to say at least, too. Alright, coming in at number 7 is Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. This was directed by Christopher Landon, who would go on to give us movies such as, Freaky, Happy Death Day. He just put out Drop just recent. And this, of course, were Boy Scouts at their final of Boy Scout camps. 3 lifelong friends stumble into a zombie outbreak here, and they, of course, team up with this cocktail waitress. It is fun. It's entertaining. Great violence here. Love the zombies and all. You got Ty Sheridan, the late great Cloris Leachman, David Koechner, the late actor Joey Morgan. Sadly, he passed away in recent years. This movie. Patrick Schwarzenegger is also in this as well. It's fun. It's entertaining. Ain't no one went to go see it when it was released, but it's a really good one if you guys haven't seen that. All right, coming in at number 6 is The Gift. Now, The Gift was a really interesting little horror film that was directed by Joe Egerton, who obviously is best known for playing Uncle Owen in the Star Wars prequels. Now, The Gift also stars Jason Bateman, Rebecca Hall, And it's of course where like a young married couple's lives are thrown into herring tailspin when a crane from the husband's past brings like a mysterious gift here. And the movie is pretty creepy. Joe Egerton, stars and directs this. He plays the creepiness so like perfectly here. The chemistry between Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall is really good. It is a really good little horror film there. All right, coming in at number 5 is the Mark Duplass film Creep. Where a videographer responds to a cryptic Craigslist and offering 1,000 to film a stranger for a day, creating a legacy video. And the naive filmmaker soon realize that his eccentric subject is actually unhinged here. And obviously there are more creeps since we got the TV show Creep Tapes, which is pretty decent. Mark Duplass is great. Patrick Bryce stars and directs this. He did a good job. It's really decent. It's creepy throughout. Really like the found footage aspects. It's a really decent one there. All right. Number 4 is more of a family fare, and that is Goosebumps. Goosebumps, of course, is based on the very popular R.L. Stine books, where of course the team played by Dylan Minnette, from Scream and That's His Wife fame. Uh, be friends with the daughter of horror author R.L. Stine when a haunted manuscript accidentally unleashes the monsters here. And the movie is a lot of fun. You got Jack Black, who plays R.L. Stine and also voices Slappy, which was great. I admit the sequel's a little set down, but the first film is really fun. It's entertaining. It gets creepy throughout. Cool cast list. It's a really fun one, in my opinion. All right. Coming in at number 3 is Unfriended. Now, this actually did the screen stuff better than War of the Worlds did. It's where a group of high school friends video chat online one night when a Skype message arrives from a classmate who killed herself, and of course they soon face escalating horrors as a ghost exposes their darkest secrets and even kills them off one by one. This movie is really great. I mean, again, it does the screen stuff well better than what we just had with War of the Worlds. It's really entertaining at times. I like some of the kills here. Interesting cast of characters. Sadly, the sequel wasn't so good, but that's unfortunate. If you guys have never seen Unfriended, give that one a go. Number 2 is The Final Girls. This movie was directed by Todd Strauss-Schulson, who also put out that recent Rebel Wilson movie a few years back, Isn't a Romantic, and he did a very Harold Kumar Christmas. It is about a young woman grieving her mother's death in the 80s as an 80s scream queen attends the screening of her mom's cult film. And when a fire breaks out, she and her friends are trapped inside the movie world, forcing to battle the iconic killer and survive classic horror tropes. It features Thaisa Farmiga, Mullen Ackerman, Adam Devine, Thomas Middleditch, Alexander Ludwig, Nina Dobrev. I mean, seeing them go from the pretty much from the modern world to the 80s world and trying to survive the 80s genre is just great to watch. Mullen Ackerman is great. It's fun, entertaining. It is a PG-13 slasher, which could turn you off sometimes, but it's actually well worth a watch. I mean, it's a really good one. And my number 1 favorite horror film of that year is The Visit. Of course, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, starring Olivia DeJonge, Ed Oxenbow. It is where 2 siblings visit their estranged grandparents in rural Pennsylvania, and starts quickly form a bond that turns into a nightmare as they uncover terrifying secrets and all. It's really great. It's really creepy throughout. I really like. Funny enough, the siblings will also go on to appear to star in that movie. Better Watch Out, the Christmas horror movie, which is also pretty fun. Definitely, this was literally M. Night Shyamalan's best movie for quite some time because beforehand hasn't really put out the best stuff. But yeah, this movie is really creepy. It's interesting. Crazy twist about the grandparents that they, spoiler, are not really their grandparents, which is, I still remember seeing that twist. I'm like, that's definitely an M. Night Shyamalan twist for you, the one who plays the grandparents is pretty good. The There is a really fun moment with the brother where he's like, rapping here is pretty fun. I mean, it's a really good one. It's well worth watch. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Krampus. 9, the Bone Tomahawk. 8, the Green Inferno. 7, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. 6, The Gift. 5, Creep. 4, Goosebumps. 3, Unfriended. 2, The Final Girls. And number 1 is The Visit. Now, there's a few other ones I probably could have added too. Let me see. Horror movies 2025. Insidious Chapter 3 was okay. Poltergeist, the remake, was not too big with Sinister 2. Definitely not the last project. All Hallows Eve 2 is a pretty decent one. Stung, Deathgasm, the movie Maggie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that was okay. So, I mean, some of the interesting ones that came out. Definitely not The Gallows, that was pretty terrible. But let me let you guys. What's some of your favorite horror films? Also another honorable mention I probably could say. Another Eli Roth film, Knock Knock, with Keanu Reeves. Come on. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are some of your favorite horror films of 2015? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Super Sign.